First of all, we know that if a white person would have ever said, "I'll put a little cocoa butter on your face, get a black accent." Welcome back to the show. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it. First topic. Trump is now claiming he will speak to the Department of Justice regarding a Ghislaine Maxwell pardon. Go ahead, roll the clip.
Its term today, Mr. President.
Say it.
The Supreme Court is back and said that they rejected today an appeal by Ghislaine Maxwell to overturn her conviction. That means her only chance of getting out of prison is a pardon from you. Is that something you're...
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
You know, I haven't heard the name in so long. I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it. I would have to take a look. Did they reject that?
She wanted to appeal her conviction.
And what happened?
They said that they were not going to hear her appeal.
I see. Well, I'll take a look at it. I will speak to the DOJ. I wouldn't consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it. So, but I'll speak. I will speak to the DOJ.
Why would she be a candidate for clemency, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
But she was convicted of child sex trafficking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to take a look at it. I'd have to ask DOJ. I didn't know they rejected it. I didn't know she was even asking for it, frankly.
First of all, go ahead and let me know if you think it would be a good idea for Trump to pardon this Ghislaine Maxwell woman. I mean, this whole Epstein situation has just been the biggest blunder so far of this second administration for Trump. Like, the whole claiming it's a hoax thing is just wild, you know? People know it's not a hoax. We know everything went down. And to claim it's a hoax, there's definitely something weird going on behind the scenes there. I don't think Trump is involved, but I do think he's probably protecting somebody or he's using the information as some sort of leverage. But yeah, if you're claiming it's a hoax, then why is this Ghislaine Maxwell woman even in prison? What did she do? If it's a hoax, she didn't do anything. So then she shouldn't be rotting behind bars in a prison, right? So yeah, I just don't think he should pardon her, but if nothing really happened, then she shouldn't be in jail, right? She shouldn't be in jail. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC, is now claiming that the Dems need to fight MAGA by laughing at them. Go ahead, roll the clip.
Is that they are scrapping and grasping at straws because they have nothing else. Laugh at them. Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10", and he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them. Yes, they are dangerous. Yes, we're here to be strong for one another. We need to expose the lies. We need to never let off the gas when it comes to protecting one another, exposing the lies, documenting things. We're seeing this too, right? And so I think it's very important to be able to hold multiple things at once. And we've seen this work in other cultures. We've seen this work in other countries. Yes, the resistance to authoritarianism is very real. The risks of abuse of power are very real. But one of the most powerful cultural things that you can do to a political movement that is predicated on the puffery of insecure masculinity. That's what this is about. This isn't, people talk about toxic masculinity, more than it, like, let's put that to the side for just 1 second. This is about insecure masculinity. And one of the best ways that you can dismantle a movement of insecure men is by making fun of them. By having secure men who aren't afraid of successful people around them, who are good dads, who have strong values, also participating in that as well. So, like, that's what I have for that. And also someone said, short kings are great. Absolutely. I'm not here. I want to absolutely make sure that I talk about that. I'm not here to make fun of anyone's anything, but the way people overcompensate over their own stories is what I'm talking about there. So thank you for the clarification. I appreciate that.
Oh, so now she wants to start shaming people. She wants to turn the Democrats into the party of body shaming and laughing at people. But yeah, it's just funny that she's trying to claim that MAGA are the insecure ones when the Democrats and the left-wing liberals are the ones who are so insecure about their lives that they have to try to change their whole gender and pretend they're somebody new to get like a fresh restart on their life. And then when they figure out that's not going to work, they just spiral into an even bigger depression of insecurity. But yeah, just to insinuate that a MAGA person would ever be, offended or just completely distraught after somebody laughed at them is just completely and utterly insane. It's quite the opposite. Frankly, this is basically the root of all the BS going on is that MAGA people are so the opposite of insecure. They're so secure in who they are that they don't feel the need to resort to violence when somebody says something they don't like, right? So, yeah, this is just hilarious. It's stupid. And, of course, AOC is just showing why she's a huge moron and probably will never be the president, even though people are claiming she's the next Democrat superstar with her and Jasmine Crockett. But, all right, let's get to the next topic here. Whoopi Goldberg is essentially calling for white people to dress in brownface and go to the Super Bowl to trick the Trump administration. Roll the clip.
You're always funny too, Whoopi.
One thing I thought of, though, Christy Nome, the one who killed the dog.
Cricket.
She killed Cricket, yeah.
Puppy.
Who does that? Who shoots a puppy? Only her. Anyway, she's threatening to go to the Super Bowl when Bad Bunny is there and round up all these people that are illegal immigrants. Do you think that she would go if it was Garth Brooks or Eminem or Taylor Swift or any other white person?
Let me understand what you're saying, because she's going to go to the Super Bowl and round up. How's she going to know who's who?
Because the Supreme Court has given permission to question anyone who has a Spanish accent or has a dark skin.
Yeah.
So here's
That's why.
Here's the thing. Everybody, get a little cocoa butter, sit in the sun. That's the first thing. and this is the only time you can probably ever do this, give yourself a Latin accent.
Whoopi, that is such a good idea.
And see if she can tell who's who.
First of all, we know that if a white person would have ever said, "I'll put a little cocoa butter on your face to get a black accent," that people like Whoopi Goldberg would immediately lose their mind and that person would never work on TV ever again. So the hypocrisy there is just insane. But yeah, this whole Bad Bunny thing at the Super Bowl and Ice being at the Super Bowl, it's been blown completely out of proportion. It's just another fake news story from the Democrats. I mean, will they be there? Who knows? Should they be there? Probably. But does anybody really think that a bunch of illegals are going to be at the Super Bowl? You know how expensive it is to get to the Super Bowl? The illegals are saving up all their money to go to the World Cup. So that's where ICE needs to be. They need to be at all the World Cup locations. So, if you want to get illegals, that's where you're getting illegals. But this whole Super Bowl Bad Bunny thing, no, it's just completely blown out of proportion. And let me know who you think's going to be a worse performance, last year's Kendrick Lamar or this upcoming Bad Bunny performance. Frankly, I've never heard of either of their music. I've heard of both of them, but I've never heard their music. So I think it's probably going to be on par as the worst show in Super Bowl history. Maybe Bad Bunny might edge it out because it's all going to be in Spanish. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So Don Lemon was doing a man on the street interview, and he interviewed a black man, and he definitely did not get the answer he wanted. Go ahead, roll the clip.
How do you feel about the ICE raids?
The who?
ICE raids. Immigration.
I feel good about them.
Yeah, you want them to crack down?
More, yes.
You do?
Yes, been wanting for years, all my life.
And what about them, roughing people up?
Nah, that shit crazy. Don't put your hands on nobody. That's crazy. Don't hurt nobody. Do it the legal way.
But that's what they're doing, though.
That shit ugly. Then no, I don't feel great about that. I mean, don't hurt nobody. At the same time, get them out of here. Get them all out of here. Please and thank you. Trump 4 more years for that.
Did you
just for that? Did
you vote for him?
No, hell no. I can't vote. I lost my voting rights when I was 22 years old. I apologize.
You went away?
Yeah, for assault and battery.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. So you said 4 more years for Trump?
Just because I want him to concentrate on nothing but immigration. getting them out of here. Just for that.
You don't think they
Nothing
contribute
else.
to the
Oh, that is great. Don Lemon definitely did not get the answer he was looking for. But yeah, the guy is basically just saying what probably 90% of Americans are all thinking and wanting is, yeah, no Americans want illegals here in the country. All right, it's time to just get them all out. I completely agree with that guy. Get them all out. It's time to liberate America from illegals and just get it back to where we're focusing on solely Americans again, right? And the welfare systems and everything, just the government subsidies and all the handouts aren't just being sucked up by illegals immediately where there's nothing left for Americans. So, yeah, I agree with this guy. Don Lemon had no clue what to do when the guy was saying that, but yeah, he's basically just saying what the majority of Americans are actually thinking. And I'm glad the guy said it, and frankly, he just didn't care, and Don Lemon just didn't know what was going to happen, and that's great, right? That's great. Props to Don Lemon for actually putting the video out, too. You know, you got to at least give him some sort of credit in that regard. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.